Hey, y'all, me and Thomas are going to be looking at the new Captain America Brave New World trailer. This thing looks amazing. Let's get underway. Let's start the trailer now.
A few moments later.
Oh, the Red Hulk.
The way that Red Hulk just throws that shield down as if I don't give a shit is so incredible, man.
It's so incredible.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, but like, okay. So let's just, ranks off hype level for this trailer. And then I'm going to say something about Red Hulk. Go first.
Honestly, if I'm being honest, like maximum hype. This is what I wanted. This feels like phase 1, phase 2 to me. Maximum hype. I was so happy when I saw this. I've already seen it a few times.
Yeah, I know, definitely. Massively hyped. Yeah. I didn't start off as hyped because I was watching it on my phone and you never get the full details. So then as I watched it more and more, I'm like, oh my God. But I was one of those people that liked Falcon and Winter Soldier. I've gone back several times and watched it. And I like that show. Like I do. I don't think it's a perfect show, but it's pretty damn enjoyable. I love Anthony Mackie, and him as Captain America just seems like the right choice. So man, does he look good in this movie? It's gonna be sick.
He does, and he feels like he's definitely comfortable in his own. I think we'll have a conversation within the movie of what is my Captain America, what's the Sam version of Captain America look like. Embracing the Falcon roots is very important, but he does look like he is the Captain America. I think people are going to be worried that he might feel like he's out of place. Like, why is he being entrusted so much? But it looks like the way Harrison Ford's addressing him and stuff like that, like he is the guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think they really tried hard to set those roots in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Captain America and the Winter Soldier. It's like, he doesn't need powers. They really tried to amp that up. But the thing that he has on his side is that it was passed from the guy, Steve Rogers, and he's got some pretty insane tech that not anybody just has, and he's a master at using it. So, I think he's well deserving of the title, and he's going to have some badass backup in this movie as well.
That being said, he's also getting upgraded to this movie too. Those wings are the vibranium wings. So he's going to have a new suit, new wings. So not only is he's getting closer to Iron Man, you know what I'm saying? Like he's getting that high tech. And then of course we have the other Falcon too that's always going to be on a 6. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of a new suit, we also see a couple different suits in this trailer. Yeah. We see the white suit from Captain America and Winter Soldier that we got at the end for like one episode, so I'm happy we're still seeing it here. And then we're getting the blue suit, like to your point, reminiscent of Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's kind of like an amalgamation of the Falcon suit and then also, the Winter Soldier suit. So, man, is it look clean. Like, I'm not a big like hot toys collector, but I think this is where I should start. Along with Deadpool and Wolverine, but yes, this one for sure.
The Falcon Funko Pop is very cool from the series because it's actually him with like the shield and flying. It's really cool. So I can't wait to get the versions of this for 2. And then the Red Hulk. Who's not going to own a Red Hulk? Come on.
Yeah. I have all those Funkos from Falcon and Winter Soldier.
They're great. Yeah.
That's cool.
The pacing of this trailer, again, that ticking clock. It's letting you know that this is kind of a spy thriller, James Bond-esque. Like, if we don't stop the nukes from going off, the world's going to be destroyed. Yeah. Which, again, is Winter Soldier. So it's the corner of the MCU that Captain America does best, and that's all his. Like, sometimes Black Widow does it too, but we don't need everything to be a wizard adventure or a big crossover event. Like, this doesn't feel like it's too crossover-y.
Yeah, exactly. And yet we're still getting a ton of characters, but you're right. Like it needs to be him. We need to establish that Sam Wilson can hold his own just like Steve Rogers could hold his own. And I think that's the one question I still have from the trailer is like, what is the emotional stakes for him? Because we knew in in Winter Soldier, the emotional stakes was I have to save my best friend. Right. You know what I mean? And nobody trusts, the symbol of peace and justice in America with Steve Rogers. Is that going to be the case? Like, I guess I'm still curious how the perception of America will look at Sam Wilson in this movie.
I think with what we've gotten out of like Wakanda Forever and a couple other projects that have been really close to the American side of things, Secret Invasion, I think one of the through lines on this is what does it mean to be America? And the last president was bad, the one in Secret Invasion. And then we have this one, Thaddeus Ross. We all know Ross is never a good guy. So I think what we're going to find out past this is the fact that, like, we're America. We stand for what's best, even at the detriment of things. Like, the ideal version of America, right? And the part that Steve Rogers represented and what Sam Wilson will represent. I think that's kind of refining that too as you're finding a new captain.
Yeah, absolutely. Excuse me. I said this in a video earlier, which was Captain America has always been the definition of what America could be or the best possible version, not exactly what it is at this moment. I mean, we see even in the Civil War comics, he's like, this isn't a symbol for America as it is at this moment. Again, it's for what we could be if we just embraced everybody and we really embraced the ideals of America and just accepting people and really trying to get the best out of everybody to work towards a common goal. And yeah, I think Sam Wilson is the Cap, for now. I mean, definitely is for me. I love Anthony Mackie. I don't know anybody who doesn't like Anthony Mackie. From people who didn't see him in the MCU. I mean, I think he's had a large fan base in his own right, and he's just like such a sweet guy. So and he looks like a badass. So I think this is going to be perfect. We saw Joaquin Torres. I think that actor is coming up as well. And I think he's going to be a great sidekick, if you want to call him that, moving forward. You're right. We saw some McDonald's, I think, images leak of what he looks like. Pretty cool as well. Yeah. Okay. So let's get back to the Red Hulk, actually, because I'm like, what are your thoughts? Like, how does Cap stand a chance against the Red Hulk here?
Well, before I saw the trailer, I saw the poster. The new poster where it just shows the shield being actually crunched. Like you can see the sides bending in from Red Hulk. And immediately my reaction was like, oh shit, this is too much for him to handle. Like that was my immediate reaction, was like, Captain America can't handle this. And so that feels good. It feels Spider-Man-esque. Like normally, like there's a problem that Superman has. Like he'll win. He's actually probably just as strong as anything he's fighting. This is definitely the case. Yeah. So he'll have to be creative. It'll be like Doctor Strange versus Dormammu. You'll have to use something that's not like in your normal toolkit to beat this guy. That's my favorite comic book stories, when they have to do something creative like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's been a lot of rumors around adamantium going around with this movie, right?
Yeah,
and,
we're gonna be fighting
again, just rumors at this point, but there is one that's saying like, okay, if Tiamat has like a secret stash of adamantium, then is that adamantium also like a counter, or does it absorb gamma radiation? I've heard that. Now, if Cap's new shield is more in line with the comics, which was a mixture of vibranium and adamantium, does that allow it to kind of drain some of the gamma radiation? I don't know, but I heard that rumor kind of going around. I'm like, maybe that's a possibility.
I don't want that out of their first fight. That's cool to bring up later on, but we need to see a fight where Cap's going just like, this is what I am right now, and getting his ass handed to him. And then, later on, give him that MacGuffin to where he has a chance. But that would feel like a cop-out against...
but I think you could do it like Superman with kryptonite. Like, it's not going to necessarily mean that you would just automatically have a win. Like, you still have to fight for it. I mean, we kind of got a generic version in Superman v. Batman. It's not like it was just like one and done. So I think maybe it'll be one of those things that drain him. I don't know, but I agree with you. I think there still needs to be a battle at some point. And what better way to show Sam Wilson's Captain America is here by taking down a Hulk? Like that would be nuts.
And then as soon as you're saying like adamantium versus the Hulk, I'm like, well, but one of everybody's favorite Marvel, tropes is Wolverine fights Hulk. That happens all the time. And so then you're like, if you're going to establish that in the MCU, then when that fight inevitably happens because the fans will demand it, it gives Wolverine an unfair advantage when, they're two unstoppable forces.
I mean, we have Hulk, right? Like Hulk can pick up cars, level cities. Wolverine can go berserk. It has adamant. He's gonna have to fight like hell. But I do like it because it allows Wolverine to have an explanation how he could kill the Hulk in its current state. Like I know we got Smart Hulk, but if Hulk goes back to raging, there's no way Wolverine has a chance. Like if it drains that radiation, it kind of gives him a chance to actually kill the Hulk. I don't know. I think that would be cool.
But that's always kind of my favorite part, is the fact that Wolverine seems like he's always outmatched. But that just shows how cool Wolverine is. Like when he actually can slice his skin, it's like, oh my God, nobody else could do that. Or the one time where he actually kills Hulk for a second when he goes through the brain, and it's like, whoa, because he always feels so outmatched. And that just and the fact that Hulk is like, I am smashing you. Why are you not dead yet? And it's like, Wolverine can do it. So there is something there, but we'll see. That is definitely an option. And then it's like adamantium's being added into the MCU. Could that lead to this version of Wolverine. It might.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, Kevin Feige just came out this past week and said the introduction of the X-Men is Deadpool Wolverine, where he was saying before, like, we'll see mutants down the line. I think this was at Comic-Con 2 years ago, and that was the last comment we kind of got. And now it's like, Deadpool Wolverine has mutants. So, like, I guess they're fully embracing it.
Bob Iger's come back in charge since then. I've been talking about that all over on Geek Freaks, is how Bob Iger's here, things are changing quicker than you guys thought. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. And when you want to talk about some of the biggest IP in Marvel, right? You say Spider-Man, and then you got to go X-Men, because there's a time in the 90s where the X-Men was way outselling any other title in Marvel, right?
It really was Marvel. Yeah, really, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. And so, like, I think there's a huge introduction there, but taking it away from fantasy, like you were saying, and magic and space and all that, and keeping it grounded, I think is so cool about this. Captain America, when it was just Steve Rogers, was just a dude who had, super strength, fast reflexes, but wasn't bulletproof. And to, again, have a hero that we want to root for who's not bulletproof, like, it just, this feels great.
Some of the most badass Steve Rogers moments is when he's like jumping off the helicarrier and then lands on a jet plane, because if he hits the earth, he's done. And so, like, little moments like that are really cool. And Anthony Mackie versus Red Hulk is going to bring those back. It's going to bring these moments where it's just like luck of the roll of the luck dice to be able to win this type of thing. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And then I don't want a lot of other MCU characters joining this. Specifically, I don't want the Hulk to show up, because I think it would be very easy for them to just toss Bruce Banner out there. But I think it would be cooler if he finds out later on about the Red Hulk.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that. I'm like, where is Bruce Banner in this moment, too? Like, is he just chilling at a barbecue with She-Hulk? Yeah. Like, what are we doing? But you're right. It needs to be him. We are getting some nods to some other characters from the comics, and Isaiah Bradley, we don't get a conclusion as to what happens with him. Does he come help him? Does he, I'm okay with it being an ensemble, even when it was with the Winter Soldier and Captain America, the first movie with Steve Rogers. It was Falcon, it was Black Widow, and it was Captain America. So I'm okay if that team helps him, but you're right. Like, we can't have like some sorcerer come in like Doctor Strange. We can't have the Hulk come in and save it. Like, he has to handle this. So,
but Winter Soldier is doing Thunderbolt stuff. That's immediately after this. He'll be doing the Thunderbolt. So hopefully he's probably tied up as well. There is somebody from the Red Room I saw in the trailer too when I was going. So there's something there too.
I know, I'm blanking on the character's name. She's a fantastic actress. She is a Jewish actress. I know there's some controversy around her because she's basically like Captain America for Israel. And
I know, I'm trying to remember the name. I remember the costume. It's a very cool costume.
Yeah, I know, exactly. I'm blanking on the name as well, but she's a fantastic actress. She did this show on Netflix called Orthodox, talking about like this Orthodox sect in New York City and stuff. And so she's very tied to like her Jewish heritage and everything like that. So she's appropriately cast. Now, how much will they lean into that? I don't know, but there's gonna be some other little cool Marvel nods, and they're expanding other characters in the universe,
and we'll get some Black Panther stuff in there too, because it feels very much like, hey, this needs to be the people who are representing their country. So we'll get Black Panther in there somewhere, and we might get somebody from Latvia, which would be really nice too, as kind of a maybe not the boss, but one of his generals or something like that out there.
Yeah, I mean, and also, what about Julia Louis-Dreyfus? Like, what about Valentina?
Completely involved,
Fontaine?
There's gonna probably be a post-credit thing where Cap goes to her, is like, "Hey, we need a new Avengers or something like that." And
that's such a good point, because I wonder too. There's that mention of Thunderbolt Ross saying like, we need to reestablish Captain America's role. We need to reestablish the Avengers. Right. One, thank God, finally, yes, let's reestablish the Avengers. Yeah. But two, does that point get enacted before he hulks out? That would be so cool if it gets put into practice. So like everybody's like, the Avengers are coming back. The first thing Captain America saves, the White House or whoever's left, I guess, around that area, stops the Hulk. And then he's like, all right, we're going back. I'm going to assemble the Avengers. Yeah. That would just be awesome.
That would be awesome. I have a feeling he's going to go Red Hulk when Sam's like, no, I'm not going to work with you. You are wanting to go after the adamantium and kill other nations to get to it. No. And then she's like, fine, I'll do it myself. And then just takes the injection and goes. It's going to be good. I'm really hyped about this trailer. Everybody please watch it a few more times. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing we didn't see, and we know he's going to be a big villain, is the leader, played Tim Blake Nelson, I think.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't in there at all. So obviously there's a mastermind in there, with the leader. So, I mean, somehow that's going to come into play.
That's definitely something with Isaiah Bradley. And now that you're saying that, that's who he'd be messing with.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know if that was too much of a spoiler, but I think so. I think you're so right.
Well,
and I think there's a possibility to get Liv Tyler.
That's a good one too. But we also have Giancarlo Esposito. We haven't mentioned at all, which looks like a Terminator in this trailer. He's just unstoppable and just like launching ammo and things from him. Everything he does is incredible. I'm just happy to see it.
Dude, he's a badass. And getting to see him actually like be a fighter, he's always like a mastermind type of guy. But yeah, unloading bullets, GW Bridge. I'm not familiar with the character, but I'm going to read up on him before the movie comes out. He looks sick. All
right, guys, head over to our social media threads, Twitter, Instagram, and all like. Let us know what you guys thought about this. We're posting some images and stills from the trailer right now, showing some of the aspects that we caught along the way. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Aloha.